Hello and welcome to UMAi Salumi. Today we're going to demonstrate how you can make your own homemade Spanish style chorizo using UMAi dry material with an UMAi Salumi kit. So here's a recipe for a pretty standard Spanish style chorizo, and all you'll need in addition to those ingredients is an UMAi Salumi kit, which includes 5 pieces of UMAi dry material and 5 pieces of the vac mouse. We'll describe how to use that later, but that will replace any need for a natural casing or that sort of thing. Now, dry cured sausages are fermented, so you're going to have to get some culture to accomplish that. And then you've got your pork shoulder here. We've cut out the copa muscle on this piece and made sure that it's chilled down very nicely. Now this is cut into 1 to 1.5 inch pieces, and again we chill it down before we get to the next step. It's very important to keep the meat chilled so that it will grind out cleanly and you'll have good particle definition. This will also enable the dry cured sausage to dry much more evenly. We ground the meat using a hand grinder that we had also chilled down to keep that meat nice and cool. A lot of people want to use a home mixer like a KitchenAid or that sort of thing. Just try to keep the cutting pieces nice and cool. Now the next step is to add in all the spices and the number 2 cure. You want to knead it very thoroughly until the meat mixture starts to stiffen. Then you'll be adding in the dissolved culture. You're going to dissolve it in warm water to bring it to life, and again repeat the kneading process. It's not a bad idea to chill down the meat in between. So knead in the culture as thoroughly as you did the spices and the number 2 cure, and then your next step is to prepare your UMAi dry material and make it into casings. So in order to create 2 chubs out of 1 piece of material, you'll need to make 2 seals with a space in between. You're going to use, if you're using a food saver sealer or other sealer with a wet function, use the wet function to create the seal. If you don't have a wet function, seal twice in the same place. And once you've prepared both these seals and they've cooled sufficiently, you're going to slice cleanly between them to give you 2 casings. It is possible also to seal in more places lengthwise and create 3 casings if you prefer a narrower chorizo. So all this while the meat has been cooling. We're going to thread this very easy to handle UMAi dry casing onto the stuffing horn and stuff out carefully so that you get no air pockets inside of the casing. Okay? It is a lot more difficult the first time than it appears here. So you're going to seal off the end of the casing using the vacuum sealer to draw out that last bit of air and pull the casing down nice and tight against the material. We've used a piece of the vac mouse material to help create an air channel there. And after we got them all sealed off, actually in each case we made a backup seal on each so that they were all closed off very well. After sealing them all off, we tied the end as well and hung them in an environment that was approximately 65 degrees for 72 hours to ferment. They were then placed in the refrigerator on an open wire rack so that there was air circulation around the whole piece for 3 to 4 weeks. When the dry curing was complete, we took it out, and as you can see, it was very easy to peel the UMAi dry material away from the surface of this beautiful chub of Spanish style chorizo. The smell was smoky, the flavor was very pungent, and it sliced into the most beautiful pieces of homemade salumi. We hope this has been helpful, and we hope to see you at UMAi Salumi.